This is the Algebra Refresher packet number 10. When I'm solving an absolute value equation, I want to get the absolute value by itself. So anything that's outside the absolute value, I need to move to the other side. So instead of multiplying by 2, we need to divide by 2. That gives me the absolute value of 3x minus 5 equals 7. Now, I've got to make sure the absolute value equals a positive number, which it does. Now I'm going to separate this into two equations. Either 3x minus 5 needs to turn out to be a positive 7, or 3x minus 5 needs to turn out to be a negative 7. So what's inside the absolute value doesn't change, but once with the positive 7 and once with the negative 7. So I'm going to add 5 to the other side, and then divide by 3. Then the second equation, add 5, and then divide by 3 to get negative 2/3. So my solutions are negative 2/3 and positive 4. For the absolute value inequalities, again, get the absolute value by itself, so I'm going to divide by 4. Now, this is the land of Gore. If the absolute value is less than, we're going to create an AND statement where x minus 2 is going to be between negative 5 and 5. And when it's a greater than sign, it opens towards the inequality. Then we're going to have an OR statement. Once where x minus 2 is greater than 5, and the other one, so it also could be, or it could be x minus 2, and we flip the inequality sign and change the sign, make this a negative. And so when we add 2 to the other side, x is greater than 7, or when we add 2 in the second one, add 2 to negative 5 to get negative 3. So x could be greater than 7, or x could be less than negative 3. So on the graph, we have negative 3 and 7. Make sure the smaller number is to the left. Open circles on both because they're not equal to. And now x is less than negative 3 goes to the left. X is greater than 7 means shade everything to the right, everything greater than 7. Okay. And number 12, as we're solving this one, you see fraction equals fraction. This is where you want to cross multiply. The x plus 4 gets multiplied by the 4. 4 gets multiplied by x plus 4. And the other direction, the 14 gets multiplied by x minus 1. And we set those two diagonals equal to each other. And so to solve this, we got to distribute each of those numbers. The 4 gets multiplied by the x, and the 4 gets multiplied by 4. 14 gets multiplied by x, 14 gets multiplied by 1. So now if I subtract 4x, I'm going to end up with 16 equals 10x minus 14. Add the 14 over to the other side. 16 plus 14 is 30. Divide by 10, and x equals 3.